What's up, everyone? Welcome back for the Imperial Knights review.
Big old stompy robots. We got our war horns ready. Let's go.
Alright. Games Workshop has dropped all of the Imperium armies on us in one day. And so we are doing 7 live videos today talking about all of the new rules and content. Thank you so much, everyone who is here live watching with us. Your support is literally the only reason that we do this. And we do it for you. Quinton, thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
We are so excited for this. So,
incredibly
this
excited.
is a review of the 10th edition Knight rules that just went live on Warhammer Community. You can find it in their downloads or on their main page. But we're here. We're ready. We're hyped. So, there's a lot to talk about in the Knights Index. I'm very, very excited for it. We saw Chaos Knights yesterday. This is a little bit more loyal, a little bit cleaner. Still just as interesting and just as stompy, which is important to me. That's a very important variable here. So, if you like this video, please like this video. As well, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll get notified every time we go live. We've been doing this all day for 3 days. The weather forecast says that tomorrow and Friday, we'll be doing this for all day.
I'm going to assume at some point the Xenos indexes are going to come out, and then maybe the points are going to come out.
You know, you would hope soon.
Yeah.
One would hope soon.
Yeah.
So, just keep an eye open for that. We're all very, very excited about 10th edition, and if you want to catch all of our content, you're going to want to subscribe to the channel. That way you get notified. As well, if you cannot get enough, if you're like us, just a 40k addict, you like this game, then, yeah, all of us, right?
Warhammer.
Check out the Worm.
Check out the Worm.
So, that is our premium service where you can find a wonderful global community in our Discord, as well as a lot of top quality content for all levels of play. We're putting a lot of our thoughts in the War Room as far as uploading some videos. As well, you can really interact with the community in the Discord. They are buzzing. They are hyped. It's really, really good. And we have a free 3-day trial right now. If you click on that link in the description below, thewarroom.vhx.tv, you can get a free 3-day trial. It's the beginning of the edition. This is the best time to go see what we're all about in the War Room. We think it's great. Hopefully we'll see you in there.
We're going to be uploading all kinds of battle reports and videos, tactical stuff. It's going to be awesome.
All right. So, D-Lex, welcome to the War Room Bronze.
Welcome.
D-Lex, thank you so much. We appreciate your support. You can, of course, join this YouTube channel as well. Callum Seymour, please deep strike my Castellan, John. Callum, thank you for the super chat. We really appreciate the support. Oh, the super chats are rolling in. This is going to be one of those videos. I'm already excited. Callum, I am so excited for the Mysterious Guardian. You have no idea how excited I am for this guy. It's going to be great. Finally, a super chat from Dominic Drury. Thank you for your support, everyone. Again, it means literally the world to us. It gets me up in the morning. It's better than coffee.
I know it is.
So, if you had to guess, will the Forge World Big Knights get a Bondsman, an Aura, a third option, or just be pure stat check?
I have no idea.
I'm going to guess Bondsman.
Probably.
Because they're written at the same time.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
So now, if the new Knights Codex does something besides Bondsman, I don't expect an update. But if it's written at the same time, I expect it to be in line. So I'm going to guess that we're getting Bondsman abilities for the various Forge World Knights. What are they? I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, someone.
Someone knows.
Not us. But we'll see what those what the future holds for the Forge World. And so as we begin this index, let's give the normal caveat. We don't know the points. If you're watching this after the fact and you think, wow, how do they think that the Gallant is good? It's 700 points. Sorry, we didn't know.
Nope.
But we don't know the points. We don't know the Forge World. We're just going to look at what we have and evaluate it as such. And if you want some up-to-date content because you're watching this after the fact, that would be a great time to hop into the War Room because we will be posting State of the Factions after the points come out for all of those armies.
And if you're in our Discord, you can talk to us. You can say, hey, Quinton, your thoughts suck.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because he's a smart cookie.
You know what doesn't suck?
Knights.
Fun facts. We have a fun fact for Quinton. Today's fun fact is that the last successful cavalry charge was made in 1945 by the Polish.
You know, that is much more recently than I would have guessed if I didn't already know that. But it's always good to hear about Knights being successful because that is one of my favorite things.
I know. So let's talk about their army rules.
All right. So we actually have 2 army rules for Knights. One of them is what we've seen in Chaos Knight, Super Heavy Walker. You can move over models that aren't Titanic and 4-inch terrain features as if they were not there. Funny enough, this does not say that you can move within engagement range of enemies. So I don't know if that's intended to be much worse than it is now in regards to enemy models. But, still, moving over your models means a knight can move over an armiger. And moving over a 4-inch tall, that's a card container. That's most trees. That's the small outline of a ruin. That part is really nice.
Yeah.
Here's one thing that my Grout works. Here's one thing that I want clarified in this rule. I didn't say it in Chaos Knights, but I want to say it here. Can I move over parts of a terrain feature that are less than 4 inches in height if the terrain feature itself is taller? If there's a ruin, 12 inches tall, and then there's a little corner ruin, can I move over the not 4 inches part?
I have no idea.
Rules as written? No. However, I feel like that's not the point.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to hope that one gets fixed. But we'll just have to wait on that one. Maybe they'll fix it in 2 days like Deathwatch. Now, let's get to the fun parts. Bondsman abilities. Some Questoris abilities have a tag of Bondsman. If you do that, it means in your command phase you can pick one friendly Armiger within 12 that isn't already being affected by a Bondsman. Until the start of your next command phase, both of these models, the model that used the ability and the Armiger, are both affected by Bondsman. This is a rapid and better departure to what it used to be. That means that if a Gallant has a Bondsman ability, one Armiger and the Gallant.
So before it was just the Armiger.
Yeah.
That seems way better.
This no longer includes -1 damage, but it now includes the Big Knight.
Yes.
And the one other thing that we should note here is that you have to select an Armiger to use a Bondsman ability. If there's no Armigers nearby,
can't use it.
You can't target yourself.
Good to know.
So not only do your Armigers do better when supporting a Big Knight, your Big Knight does better when supported by an Armiger. Keep that in mind. Don't just jump into 5 Big Knights, because you actually do want a couple Armigers here. All right. Very exciting things. Let's get into the code Chivalric. How would you pronounce that?
Chivalric?
Chivalric? I've never really been sure. It doesn't come up in day-to-day conversation. I just read it.
Yeah. This is a word that you read a lot, but don't ever actually say.
Exactly. So, start of the game. This is no longer dictated in the list. Thank goodness. At the end of the read mission step, you can choose an oath. 2 options here. Each has an ability. It's a thing that you get.
Okay.
Each has a deed. It's something you're trying to do.
And if you do it, you get 3 CP?
Once you complete your deed, you gain 3 CP immediately. And you can only do this once per battle. And you count as being honored for whatever abilities that may affect. So, lay low the Tyrant or reclaim the realm. If I choose to reclaim to lay low the Tyrant, then I can, each time this model selected to shoot or fight, I can reroll a hit roll of 1 and a reroll of 1. Unfortunately, that's when I'm selected to fight, not when I make an attack.
Got it.
So, the way this is written is a little bit inconsistent with every other reroll ability in the game.
Yes.
But, by as strict rules as written, I believe that means I can reroll A1
and A1. It's not reroll 1, 0, 1.
So it's essentially a total of 2 free rerolls, 1 on a hit roll of 1, 1 on a roll of 1.
Yes.
That is good. It's not as good as rerolling all 1s all the time, but that is still very nice.
That is nice.
There's honestly not so much volume that I'm going to be consistently rolling a ton of 1s anyway, but it'll happen occasionally and I'll be sad that I don't have this.
Yep.
Still good ability, and I need to kill the enemy warlord. Alright, that's a harder one to do.
Yes.
Reclaim the realm. +1 move, +1 advance, +1 charge. Very good thing to just give your entire army. Not as reliable as rerolling some 1s, but very good for movement. And if you control 1 or more objective markers in your opponent's deployment zone, he's completed markers in your opponent's deployment zone. When do I complete this?
What?
If at the start of any of your command phases, selected Oath's deed is completed. So if I hold it at the end of my turn, and then my opponent kills me, I guess I haven't completed it.
No, so you basically have to hold an objective in your opponent's deployment zone at the start of your turn.
Yes.
Okay.
If you can do that, you're honored. So both of those deeds are much harder to get.
Yes.
But the bonus is nice regardless, because you don't need to do the deed to get the bonus.
Yes.
Finally, free blades. Any Imperial army can put in a Titanic Imperial Knight or 3 Armigers.
Yeah.
They're not the Warlord. They don't get enhancements. They're not in detachment.
Seems good.
Cool. All right. That's all good. Now let's get the detachment. You get a 6 of Feel No Pain. Yes, Quinton, yes. If your army
Resident Death Guard player shrieks.
If your army is honored,
yeah,
5 up Feel No Pain.
That seems really good.
So if I kill your warlord,
5 up
Feel No Pain for the rest of the game on my army.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
That's real good.
That's real good.
Yeah, wow, okay. Oh boy. Okay,
real
cool.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Indomitable Heroes, very strong.
Yes.
Okay. Doodle doot. Enhancements.
Okay.
These are all very good. Like all other, indexes that we've seen so far, there are 4 enhancements, except we're not peasants, so there's a 5th. Ha!
Okay.
I love that the screen let me make the joke, too.
I know.
Yeah, they have one more enhancement than anyone else because these are nobles. All right. Revered Knight. Aura. 6-inch aura of +1 leadership for all Imperial Knights.
That's good.
If you're honored, 12. We're going to see a lot of it if you're honored better.
Okay.
Although honored, as we saw, is not easy to do.
No.
Okay. Mysterious Guardian. Oh, you're going to hate this one. The bearer has the deep strike ability.
Okay.
Once per battle at the end of your opponent's turn, if the bearer is not within engagement range of any enemy units, you can fade away.
Okay.
Yep, just not if I'm not in engagement range, fade away. In the next reinforcement step, put it back on the battlefield 9 inches away.
This feels like losing Godzilla.
Yeah, it's like
It's like,
like you always hear the helicopter like in Godzilla's like, where'd he go? Where is he? I'm like, how did you lose Godzilla? And then he appears behind a building and you're like, what?
yeah, it's like that.
Like how'd you lose him?
So you put this on a Valiant and he shows up right in your face.
Yeah, turn 2, he deep strikes. As soon as someone like fails to deal with him by running away, he's like, I'm back! Bang! Mysterious Guardian's great. It's great for delivering a Castellan into line of sight. It's great for delivering a Valiant into range. It's great for whatever you want to use it for. It's just good.
Seems good.
Mythic Hero. If you have a Bondsman ability, you can use it on 1 additional Armiger within 12.
That seems very good.
It is very good.
That seems excellent.
We're going to see the one that you wanted on. This is good.
Yeah.
Love this. That's like an auto-include me. Banner of Macarius Triumphant. Also really good. These enhancements, man.
They're
great.
all good.
Literally all 5 of them are amazing.
Yeah.
If you control an object marker at the end of your command phase with the bearer, that is stickied.
Ooh, boy.
Knights don't have a lot of models. They don't have a lot of stickies. This one matters.
Yes.
Sticking objective. Finally, Questoris only.
Armor of Contempt.
Armor of Contempt.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Wow. These are all good.
There are 5
These are
good enhancements.
Truly excellent enhancements.
Yeah.
I hope these cost a lot.
Hope they don't. All of this makes me happy.
Yes.
All right. Now the stratagems. And also some really pretty artwork.
That is a really cool piece of art.
The Imperial Knight Codex is like distinctly awesome.
Yeah.
Look at these Trader Marines. They're getting wrecked.
What
Good.
idiots.
Idiots. All right, great. Stratagems. There are actually 6. Not trolling. There's just 6. Yes, it's a normal number. But they're all pretty good. Shoulder the Burden is 2 CP. A little pricey, but it's good. 1 Imperial Knight that has lost 1 or more wounds.
Okay.
Until your next command phase.
Okay.
+1 move.
Okay.
Toughness. Save. Leadership. Objective control.
+1 to hit?
And +1 to hit.
What?
This is once per game, but if you're honored, you could use it a second time.
This is one of the most thematic strats I've ever read in my entire life.
It has to be a wounded Imperial Knight.
That's so cool, though.
So like the worst case scenario is like an Armiger explodes next to a knight, and you're just like, oh, all right, my command phase.
Yeah.
Like in the fight phase, they kill an Armiger, it explodes, and the knight's just like, shouldn't have done that.
This has big Dire Avengers disembarking from a Wave Serpent energy.
Yeah,
when one dies.
Yeah, if you mess up and do a wound to this knight,
Yeah.
he will Super Saiyan. Toughness, save, hit,
Yeah.
move, leadership, objective control. Oh my god. It's so good. Shoulder the Burden is mwah.
Yes.
All right. Rotate Ion Shields.
Is it the same as it was for the
4
last,
pin.
4 editions?
4 up invuln against shooting. It's
Yeah.
always 1 CP no matter who uses it,
Yep.
which is kind of nice. Makes it actually something you'd consider on a big knight now. Still. Cool. That's all good. All right. Thunderstomp. This is great because it has nothing to do with using your Devastating Feat, which I didn't really notice until I actually used it. I was like, oh, sweet. So cool. 1 Imperial Knights model that has not been selected to fight this phase. And you cannot target monsters or vehicles, but your melee gains devastating wounds. Yeah.
Chad is pointing out that the Shoulder the Burden is real good on your opponent as AdMech.
So anyway, I took that personally. Yeah, no, this... You done messed up. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Thunderstomp is fantastic.
Yeah,
We're going to see it when we see some of these melee weapons. There is a particular named knight that I love to put Thunderstomp on. Oh, yeah. Oh, Quinton, it's so gross.
Oh, no.
All right. Cool. Squire's Duty. This is really good. In case you were confusing with the other strats.
Okay.
Only 1 CP, so run mostly 1 CP other than Shoulder the Burden, which should honestly be 3. The start of your shooting or fight phase, pick 2 or more Armigers, no cap on how high you go.
Okay.
Until the end of the phase, and then pick an enemy unit that is a eligible target for all those armigers.
Okay.
Until the end of the phase, improve the strength and AP of all armigers
Sure.
that target it.
And if you're honored, +1 damage.
Yeah.
So if you really just need to, like, in the Chaos Knight matchup, you're like, big boy, gone.
So this is very reminiscent of the Chaos Knight stratagem, with one very important distinction. The Chaos Knight one says those armigers you select can only hit that enemy unit. Now, you don't get the bonus against anything.
Oh, wow.
But, like,
you just pick
I'm
every
just one
armiger.
CP, pick one enemy unit, pick every armiger on the table, and then if after it's dead, I'm like, let's just go shoot other things up.
Okay.
Squire's Duty, 1 CP.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty spicy, huh? I like that.
Okay, cool.
All right, we're not done. Trophy Claim.
Yep.
This is great because it's the CP regen for some reason.
Yep.
In your shooting phase or fight phase, pick a knight. Pick an enemy monster or vehicle. +1 to wound against it.
Okay.
If you destroy that enemy unit, gain a CP. But if you don't, you cannot use this stratagem again for the rest of the battle. So this is like the overkill strat. This is the I'm going to chip you down, get you to the point where I should kill you, then I'm going to spend a CP on +1 wound to make sure that I kill you, and then I'll just get my CP back and I'll just keep doing this.
Yep.
You don't want, unless your opponent doesn't actually have a lot of like monsters vehicles, you don't want to use this on just to let's get as much damage as we can, because if you leave it at 2 wounds, you're done for the game.
Yep.
Still, very useful.
Yes.
I like this a lot. For things that you should kill, this is good. All right. Valiant Last Stand. Nothing to do with the Valiant, but still good. One Imperial Knight model from your army that was just destroyed, also 1 CP. So everything that Shoulder burns 1 CP. Actually, do you want to read this one? I'm sorry, I got excited. I don't want to steal all the glory.
One Imperial Knight's model from the army that was just destroyed that is eligible to fight but has not been selected to fight this phase, used in your fight phase and the shooting phase. You can then use the stratagem on that model even though it was destroyed. Before rolling to see if this model deals any mortal wounds as a result of its deadly demise ability, it can fight. When it is doing so, it's assumed to have 1 wound remaining, or all of its wound remaining if your army is honored. After it has finished resolving its attacks, resolve its deadly demise ability as normal. You cannot target Sir Hekhtur with the stratagem.
That's fair.
Yeah. Oh boy, you certainly can just fight on F of a Knight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got a $2 super chat from Doug Henningsen. So every ATC team should have Chaos Knights and an Imperial Knight.
Let's see what the points are like, but I do like Knights and Chaos Knights both a lot. Yeah. I think they're both very well positioned pending points for the new edition.
Yes.
So, this is good. All of these are 1 CP except for Shoulder the Burden, but 6 good stratagems.
Yes.
Love all of it. Now, we're going through the data sheets. Luckily, there's less than guard.
Thank God.
I'm so sorry. So, the Armiger Helverin, let's do the Armiger profile first.
So they're move 12, toughness 10, 3-up saves, 12 wounds, leadership 7, OC 8. Pretty good.
Great. Perfectly reasonable. That's what it should be. Armiger autocannons comes with 2, ballistic skill 3, 9, 1, 3. Luckily, you can improve that AP up to 2 with that stratagem, which makes me like this a lot more than the Chaos version. Kind of get a meltgun or a stubber. Armored feet is just like kick attacks. Cool. Their rule. While it is in my deployment zone or within a range of an objective marker, Armiger autocannons.
2+.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the Venom Killer 9000 right here.
It certainly is.
Yeah. So that I like a lot. And 1 CP, all of your Helverins get +1 strength and AP against a target. Love that.
Strength 10 AP2 is a lot of breakpoints right there.
A lot of breakpoints right there.
Yep,
I think that's great. So, that's the
The Warglaive. The Thermal Spear is now strength 12, AP4, melt of 4, so D6 plus 4 and half range. The Chain Cleavers, assume they're all going to be the same.
Yeah. This is the last Armiger. There's only 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Chaos Knight.
Yeah, it's good.
4 attacks, strength 10, AP3, damage 3, or 8 attacks, strength 8, AP2, damage 1. Profile's identical. If it makes a charge move, it gains sustained hit 1 in combat. Cool.
Getting a reroll of a 1 to hit and wound on the Thermal Spear
is actually
and you can choose to take either the Stubber or the Melta, but either way,
whatever.
That makes the Thermal Spear very nice, because Strength 12 is actually still a good anti-tank weapon, where a lot of multi-Meltas aren't.
No.
So I am quite happy with the Thermal Spear.
Yes.
Also, Melta 4.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. So overall, I like the Warglaive.
Yeah.
I like it quite a bit. I think the random rerolls help it a lot. Although also +1 move into charge would also be nice, so no going wrong here.
Yeah.
Overall,
they're good.
I think we've just Good options. Dominic Drury with a £2 super chat. If only I had a Vindicare to kill their warlord. You really think I would use a Vindicare to be a lone operative in my knight's army so that I couldn't be shot at and I could also kill their warlord with it? Just to get a 5-up feel no pain? You think I would do all of that just to score points and get a 5-up feel no pain on my entire army, Dominic? Silly. It wouldn't be honorable.
But he would do it.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, he definitely would.
Dominic Drury, yeah. We're not going to be talking much about agents in this review.
I believe there's going to be a whole separate agents video.
There is a whole separate agents video. So again, please subscribe to the channel so that you get notified when we go live. Also, Dominic, I do think that is exactly what you should do. Mm-hmm. I think that that's great.
Yep.
And you should do it.
Yep.
All right. So that's the Armiger Warglaive. We are now on to Big Thickums.
The Paladin.
Paladin. So these the melee weapons are mostly the same.
Okay.
So we'll just cover this real quick. A basic knight, Questoris.
Move 10, toughness 12, 3-up save, 22 wounds, so -2, leadership 6, OC 10.
Yep.
So the chainsword is 4 attack, strength 14, AP 4, damage 6, so big old smash. Mm-hmm. Or 12 attacks, strength 9, AP 3, damage 2.
Yep.
Or you can take the gauntlet, which is 4 attacks, strength 20, AP 3, damage 8, so big old punchy punch. Or 8 attacks, strength 10, AP 2, damage 3. So 1 less AP, but +1 damage, pretty much.
Yeah, but better damage and a little higher strength.
Yeah.
So, like, it's an interesting thing. I don't really know what's better. I think I like the chainsword more
the AP.
For the volume and the AP.
12 attacks versus 8 is significant.
And because with devastating wounds, potentially, I just want volume.
Yeah.
And, like, this is still good enough to punk out a tank, probably.
Yeah, probably.
So, like, at that point, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, once I'm good enough to punch a tank, I'm good enough to punch a tank.
Yep.
Call it a day. All right. So top weapons. Let's go through them once. Mm-hmm. The Icarus autocannons is anti-fly 2+ twin linked,
which is not 7-1-2.
Yeah, it's fine. Take it. Iron Storm missile, blast indirect fire.
D6 +1, strength 5, 0, damage 1. Yeah.
I actually like it.
Really?
Yeah, it's because against 3-ups they still just get a 3-up regardless
fair.
of cover.
That's a good point.
And blast, so just volume of stuff. And then finally, though, there is the Storm Spear rocket pod.
3 shots, strength 8, AP 2, damage D6.
I do like both of the rocket pods.
I thought it was with towering that you're just going to shoot them anyways.
Yeah, but like we'll see. I'm assuming people are going to try to hide like cheap things behind walls.
Fair.
And I don't want them to do that. like real simple. I just want them to die.
And to be fair, as rules are written, you can just totally move block a knight now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
like I just need to be just a little bit over the head. We'll see what ends up being better and what the points are. Normally, the Iron Storm Missile Pod is the cheapest of the options, which is another thing that makes me kind of want it.
Yep.
So, here are the rules. This is the good part. Oh, I'm sorry. It does a Rapid Fire Battle Cannon. We already know what this does, but let's read it again.
Blast, Rapid Fire, D3, D6 +3, 72-inch range, so always in Rapid Fire range. D6 +3, so this thing is basically 2d6 +6 shots. Hitting on 3, strength 10, AP 1, damage 3. That is a really good gun.
Gosh darn right it is. The chat did just make a great point, actually, about the combo weapons. Strength 20 versus 14 for tank shock is not irrelevant.
That is a good point.
That is a great
20
point.
is you are taking 6 mortals.
Yeah, because it's
14
practically it's 22, because
Please?
strength 20 is higher than
everything.
Whatever they are doing.
Yeah.
So it's just 22 dice every 5 is a mortal. That's probably just 6.
Yeah.
So that's a great point. And yeah, tank shock is amazing for knights, and you're planning to just kind of cram that out. Anyways, that's fun. Let's talk about the Paladin, because this guy's awesome. While a model is affected by this ability, its weapons have lethal hits and lance.
Wow, okay, that's good.
So weapons, which would include shooting.
Yep.
So you could give lethal hits and lance. Now, giving lethal hits and lance to their shooting weapons only halfway helps, but lethal hits is nice. And then lance is good for combat. So this is a good ability. I think this is going to be towards the middle of what we see. Then the Paladin has his own rule, because all the big knights have 2 rules. One is the bondsman, one is what they do.
Yep.
Each phase, reroll 1 hit roll, wound roll, or saving throw.
That's amazing.
That's great.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is. Fully agreed. Paladin's awesome.
Paladin's awesome.
5-up invuln, shooting only.
Yep.
What you'd expect. Okay. Now that we've covered the basics, the Errant is a big knight with big knight weapons and big knight torso weapons. And he comes with the thermal cannon.
2d3 shots, blast, melta 6.
Yep.
Melta 6. Strength 12, AP 4, damage d6. So,
tank killer.
Yep, real good at that.
Good tank killer. Only strength 12 actually is a little disappointing.
I was surprised by that.
It's the same as the
thermal spear. Yeah, wow, okay.
Spear. You really wanted that to be 14.
Yep.
But
has the assault ability for your bondsman, and then if you target, makes a range attack against a close to eligible target, +1 to hit.
Yeah. You also reroll advance rolls, which isn't like a huge deal, but it's nice.
Yeah.
This is a little less exciting to me than the Paladin.
I'd rather
but plus
Paladin.
1 to hit the closest eligible target.
Is
If
nice.
it's a vehicle, does mean that thermal spear is like 2d3 shots, hit on 2s, a 1, re-roll it. Strength 12, wounding on like 3s probably. A 1, re-roll it. AP 4, damage d6 plus 6.
Yeah.
If you walk up to a vehicle with this, you are going to melt it. The plus 1 hit is nice. Still, and yes, in fact, the Big Knights benefit from their own bondsman ability as long as they issued one to an Armiger. My understanding is that if you don't issue it to an Armiger, you don't get the benefit yourself.
Yep.
That's how I read it. So, also, all the Big Knights with 7 wounds left are -1 to hit and -5 OC, so
Cool.
from 10 to 5. That's going to be very standard. Errant, good, not as good as the Paladin.
No, that's Paladin better.
The Gallant.
Gallant. He's got 2 melee weapons, but no ranged weapons.
Yep.
Normally the cheapest of the knights. While this model is affected by an ability, you can re-roll a charge. You can reroll charges, and while it makes reroll attacks, you can reroll the hit rolls, which is really good on this guy.
Yeah, so reroll hits in melee and reroll charge
His
rolls.
punching are better. He has extra attacks on all of his profiles.
Basically, he has 2 extra attacks on the strikes.
Yep.
And 4/6 extra attacks on the sweeps.
Yes. And then he is -1 to hit in melee.
I honestly, this is like good for the Armigers.
Yes.
Like reroll hits. But honestly, I like reroll charges for him. But reroll the hit rolls on my weapon skill 2 knight that rerolls a 1.
I don't like this guy.
It's like not actually that.
Doesn't
He
do
hits
anything.
hard. But the Chaos version can advance and charge once again.
Yeah, this is way
and I really was hoping this was going to be advance and charge as the bondsman ability.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
No.
Gallant's fine. He's not as exciting as the other things. Yeah, he can have the
Unless
top
he's
round.
like super cheap use.
Again, if he's cheaper than the others by a margin, awesome. I love a distraction knight.
Yeah.
But he doesn't rank up to the Errant and Paladin on equal value.
The Warden. So this guy's got an Avenger Gallant cannon, which is 18 shots, strength 6, AP 2, damage 2.
Love that stayed the same in the world of AP creep.
Yep.
Love that. His abilities. This is fun. His bondsman ability.
-1 damage?
Yeah,
What?
that's for him and the guy he targets.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the one who gives it to Teal.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the guy
that
who's-
sure seems
That's my
good.
mythic hero right there.
Okay, and then each time this model makes a range attack, if it's not a monster or vehicle, you get devastating wounds.
Yes, and that is all of its weapons, not just the chain cannon.
That's good. That sure seems
That sure
good.
does seem
Sure
good,
does
doesn't it?
seem
Yeah,
good.
I like the Warden a lot. That chain cannon with dev wounds, woohoo! Spicy meatballs, also perfectly good combat. It's your choice of fist or chainsword.
And we should note that all of these big knights do have towering, so they ignore obscuring.
Indeed.
Which is a very important thing.
Yep.
And that's not they can shoot you, it's you can shoot back.
I like shooting back.
Yes.
And I suffered 2 editions of people shooting me while I smiled and nodded.
No, you suffered 2 editions of being toughness 8.
And now I will shoot back with toughness 12. Alright.
I have D cannons.
Yeah, I'll see those real fast. Alright, the next big knight is the Crusader. This man has Titanic Feet, which is 4 attacks at 8/1/2 weapon skill.
He's
3.
got an Avenger Gatling cannon and the battle cannon. So
Or a thermal.
or a
His
thermal
choice.
cannon. Yeah.
Either way, you're happy.
He +1 to hit, range
Yep.
attacks.
And he's ballistic
that's-
skill 3 on all of it.
That's real good.
Yeah, so he
Hitting
just hits on 2s.
Okay.
And one guy he picks also hits on
Okay.
2s.
In your movement phase, if you may remain stationary, you get sustained hits. That seems good.
Remaining stationary on a knight is a little bit not what I want to do, but all things considered, if I find the opportunity because I'm towering and can already see you, hitting on 2s with sustained hits 1 is very good.
Yeah,
If
sure
you can
is.
engineer... This one isn't going to come up often, but when it does, woof.
Yep.
Good. Okay, that's strong. Down the line, that was the end of the first 5 knights, but number 6 is the Preceptor.
Okay.
The totally not Cainus Rex,
Yes.
which
So-
GW has never even bothered to paint up.
Cool. So this guy has the multi-laser, whatever. For some reason, he gets a multi-laser and
Yeah,
not
instead of a stubber. No,
Okay.
thanks.
He's got a Lasm Pulsar, which is 2 profiles. First one is D6 shots, strength hitting on 3, strength 14, AP 3, damage 4. Pretty good. It's always blast. Or 2d6 shots blast, strength 7, AP 1, damage 2. I like both of these.
Because it's higher range, higher strength, flat 4 instead of D6, I like this almost more than I like the thermal. The thermal is 2d3. This is D6, but +2 strength and a flat 4 damage instead of D6.
Yeah.
It is almost as good as the thermal at range,
I agree.
but it has a different profile,
yes.
which is just 2d6 at 712, 36 inches there. So I like the second profile.
Yeah.
Gets the top weapons you'd expect. It is no longer a chaplain equivalent. It is now just a bondsman ability dude.
He gives you +1 leadership and +2 OC.
That is not inspiring to me.
but I don't like this guy.
Nope. OC 8 goes to 10 on an Armiger, 10 goes to 12 on him. Man, that's not the problem.
At the start of the battle, select an enemy unit. This model makes them attack into the unit roll hit. So he picks the unit and
The Preceptor is hopefully cheap. He's not very exciting.
Yeah, not very good.
I also love that like the knight that they like used as the artwork
It's not the Preceptor.
It's not
a Preceptor,
yeah, they just never painted one. It's incredible.
Cool.
Anyways,
The Castellan.
we're getting exciting now.
Yeah. So he's got 2 guns and then a bunch of piddly guns. I shouldn't say piddly. They're like 4 melted guns.
They're actually still
They're actually quite good. So the Plasma Decimator is D6 plus 3 shots. Strength 8 AP 2 damage 2 or strength 9 AP 3 damage 3 if you overcharge it. Yeah. You're always going to overcharge this thing.
Very frequently.
Yeah. The Shieldbreaker Missile Launcher is anti-Titanic 4+, Devastating Wounds. They really just want this to beat the Chaos Knight mirror.
Well, the Chaos Knight one has the same gun.
No, but I just mean like...
But yeah, it'll kill knights.
Yeah. Devastating Wounds, hitting on 3, strength 12, AP 6, D6 plus 1.
No longer one shot. You could have up to 2 of these.
Okay.
So you could be 2 shots at that profile.
Do you remember when this thing could ignore invulns, ignore cover, and line of sight, and lookouts there?
Wasn't good. Wasn't good. 2 twin-linked meltguns.
Okay, so it's...
Not going to come up often,
Nope.
but it's nice when it does.
And then you have a Volcano Lance, which is D3 shots blast, strength 18, AP 5, D6 plus 8 damage.
It's going to hurt when it connects.
Yep.
Nothing else to say there.
Yep.
Altogether, pretty darn good. This is a lot of offense. Towering is great. The 1 reroll, the hit and wound of 1 does help this out a little more than the Chaos version. I also really like that it could potentially be teleporting around the battlefield to get line of sight.
Yes.
Here's the other thing. Armigers within 6 inches of it always have the benefits of cover.
That's good.
And each time a ranged attack is made by this model is allocated to a monster vehicle, reroll a damage roll of 1.
That is good.
So any of these couple of random
only
damages...
9 damage.
Yeah, it's not going to be D6 plus 8. It's going to be... it's not going to be a 1. It's not going to be 9. We're really going to make sure that the 1 that goes through is going to hurt. Altogether, I think the Castellan is quite good. We'll see how many points it costs, because he doesn't really buff his friends, although cover for Armigers is nice.
Yes.
You could theoretically do 1 missile, 2 Siege Breakers, but I really like that missile.
Siege Breaker is only 6 checks if you want. No, you take 2 missiles.
Yeah. It is twin-linked, but still, I like the missile.
Yeah.
I like anti-tank. This thing is a tank killer. Let's kill tanks. Okay. That's the Castellan.
Cool. The Valiant.
My favorite.
Okay.
This is my Mysterious Guardian.
He's got a Conflagration Cannon, which is ignores cover and torrents. Oh, we should mention that the big boys are move 8 with toughness 13. With
oh,
save.
yeah. 24 wounds and a
wounds.
2-up save. They're pretty thick.
Okay. 3d6 shots, auto hit, strength 8, AP 1, damage 2. Boys, that in Overwatch Con if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah,
and then he's got a Thundercoil Harpoon, which is anti-monster, anti-vehicle.
Can I? I'm so sorry, but like you know how I feel about this.
Yes.
Anti-monster, anti-vehicle, 4+ for both, dev wounds. So just mortals if you hit the 4 up to wound. Ballistic skill 2 on the Thundercoil Harpoon. 24-inch, -6, damage 12.
That sure is good.
That sure is good.
That is
-6 is a number I like, because a 2-up save and cover, which is something you see on a lot of vehicles since cover is so easy to get, just goes to sleep. Also, 18 inches, not 12. Helps.
Yes.
Helps a lot.
Deep strike this guy. Pow.
Thunk.
And then in your opponent's turn, if they try and move, and then if they don't kill you, woohoo!
Yeah, it's rough, man. This guy's really good. I like him a lot. I like the Valiant a lot more in this book than I had in the past.
Yes.
I've always loved the Valiant, but I think he is finally coming into his own as like a real viable option. We'll see points-wise between him and the Castellan how that weighs out. The Valiant is traditionally the cheaper one, but we'll see by how much. But overall, I like that the Thundercoil is better range, ballistic skill 2, and dev wounds makes it a lot less likely to run into the, oh no, you made a save.
Yep.
Like you had a 5-up invuln, great, nothing happened. Dev wounds kind of takes that away. Also, occasionally funny in Intercessors.
Yes.
Yeah. So, that's the Valiant. In your shooting phase, pick an enemy unit that was hit by it. It takes a battle shock test. Still an aura of cover. Just after model shot, you just select one enemy unit hit by this model, and it takes a battle shock test.
That's good.
Yeah, just splashing a little battle shock in. That's fine. Mostly I like cover and the guns.
Yes.
And that's all pretty good.
Cainus Rex.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You ready for Cainus
I'll
Rex?
let you do this one.
All right. I'm wondering, how is this 54 pages? Like, what is left?
Chaos
they
Knights?
put Chaos
okay.
Knights in the document.
Cool.
All right, cool. We're almost done then. Okay. Cainus Rex. Cainus Flex. Cainus does everything you want. He has all the normal Questoris Knight stats, but leadership 5+. And if you destroy Cainus Rex, you flip over and look at Sir Hekhtur. That'll be important to note in a moment. So he has the same gun as a Preceptor, which we said was kind of cool, but it's sustained hits and ballistic skill 2.
Okay.
Same split profile, but sustained hits 1, ballistic skill 2.
Okay.
Freedom's Hand is +1 attack and weapon skill over the normal sweep attacks.
The strike has +1 damage.
And the strike is +1 damage. Pretty good. And it's all sustained hits 1. You can tell where this is going. He hits on 2s, he has sustained hits. It's great. He might have a reroll in there too. Now let's get to the rules. He's a legendary Freeblade. Once per turn, not battle round, turn, you can target this model, the stratagem, for 0 CP, even if you've already done it. That's good. We saw how good those Knight strats were. You wound Cainus Rex, he will shoulder the burden, and he won't even blink about it. Oh yeah, that's exactly how that goes. Each time this model makes an attack, an unmodified successful hit roll of a 5+ is a critical hit. Sustained hits on every weapon. He is better than 100% hit rate on every weapon he has.
It's real good.
It's awesome.
It's like
Cainus Rex, everything.
if he shoots 6 shots, he should get 8 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then reroll the 1. Mm-hmm. It's like an expected value of like 8.3 hits on 6 shots. It's awesome. Cainus Rex he's a Chad. He's awesome. Again, he's so fun. So excited for that. But he's not done, because there's also Sir Hekhtur. Mm-hmm. This is just funny. So, 5-up invuln against shooting only, so you may need to rotate him on occasion, maybe even make it free. We'll see. But Cainus Rex, just free strat, doesn't buff the army, is a wrecking ball of damage, and is very reliable, and gets your strats.
He's an amazing target for tank shock.
He's an amazing, after someone else did it.
Yes. So you double tank shock, and you just say, have 12 mortals, I beg of you.
Yeah, because he's strength 20 with his Freedom's Hand. It's awesome. So Sir Hekhtur's thing is when Cainus Rex is destroyed, Sir Hekhtur is treated as a model disembarking from a destroyed transport, so you do have to roll a dice, and on the 1 he takes a mortal wound.
Sure.
Whatever. Sir Hekhtur has all the abilities War Gear shown here. Cainus Rex is not considered to be destroyed until Sir Hekhtur is destroyed. So if, honestly, in a Nightmare, if this is your Warlord, he doesn't count as destroyed until they hunt down Sir Hekhtur.
Because Sir Hekhtur has Lone Operative.
He does! He does have Lone Operative. Glad you noticed.
Does also have OC1.
OC1 Lone Operative. He's going to be running for the hills and not dying.
Yep.
Because he's a Lone Operative. He has a pistol. No one cares. Cool. He has a combo weapon. No one cares. The point is that when he dies, you still hold the objective with Lone Operative Sir Hekhtur. And if your opponent had like the Bring It Down tactical card, Cainus Rex wasn't destroyed. He's still there. Don't you see him? He's there. He's hiding behind Sir Hekhtur.
Cainus Rex Monarch.
Cainus Rex is amazing. So, W. Sleppy is hitting us with a super chat. They put the Chaos Knight rules with the Imperial Knight rules to give a hint that loyalists should try playing the cool Knights. Spiky Boys for the win. W. Sleppy, thank you so much for the support and the super chat. We really appreciate you. We've already gone over the Chaos Knight rules, so I will stop scrolling right about meow. But they are very fun. You can go back and watch that video if you like, because honestly, I am very excited for both flavors of Knight here. And that is the conclusion of the Knight Index. I really, really like Knights.
Knights seem very good.
They look very fun.
Yes.
They finally made the big Knights do a thing I cared about.
Yes.
I'm hoping that they are priced similar to 9th at most. I don't want this armor to be more elite than it already is.
Yes.
But if it's roughly the same cost as 9th, I'm okay with that. I really like that they made the Imperial Knight, like the literal Knights, the big Titanic models, the cover of the Codex, a little more important.
Yes. I also think, because before it was you take one dude and a bunch of armigers. I also think that Cainus Rex is going to find his way into a whole lot of Imperial.
So here's the thing.
Yes?
If you're not taking the Imperial Knight detachment, you don't get the stratagems.
That's fair, and those stratagems are really good.
That is significant.
Yes.
The stratagems are important. The bondsman abilities never matter if you take an ally, because you won't have an armiger to buff, or you won't have a big guy to buff.
Yeah.
So these knights are better pure than they are as a free blade.
That's fair.
That doesn't mean they're not good. Like a Castellan, kind of fine being a free blade.
Yeah.
Cainus Rex, still good. Can't rotate iron shields, that hurts a little bit.
No.
Still good. We'll see what the Forge World Knights bring. We'll see what the points bring. There's a lot still to uncover with Imperial Knights. They're like Custodies. We don't have the full picture yet, even more so than the other ones. Yeah, the data sheets, the Chaos data sheets do feel better than the Imperial Knight ones, especially the Armigers. Like, a Brigand, if I could take a loyal Brigand, you couldn't stop me. Like, no one could stop me. But Imperial Knight's rules and synergies are a little more impressive to me than Chaos Knight's.
Yep.
Chaos Knight data sheets are better.
Okay.
Stratagems, both are really good. I don't really know which one is better.
We'll see. I'll have to put it on the table.
We'll kind of have to see.
Night Joust when?
Night Joust, we'll do best of 3. So overall, very excited for both flavors of Knights. Really like Imperial Knights here, though. I think they're going to be very fun. I'm excited to get them back on the table because I liked both types of Knights.
Yep.
And that is the end of our Imperial Knight review. So thank you so much to everyone who enjoyed this this review. We really appreciate you being here with us, and thank you, Quinton. So if you liked the video,
Yep.
Make sure you leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Just let us know which big knight you like the best, which bondsman ability you like. Where do you stand on the great loyal versus spiky knight debate?
I know.
It's a tough one. I like them both, so no favorites here. I'll let the chat decide. So thank you for watching, and of course, make sure you check out the Worm. Again, we're running a free 3-day trial. The beginning of the edition is the best possible time to take a look at that. So click on the link in the description below for the warroom.vhx.tv. That'll give you access to that free 3-day trial. That'll get you in the Art of War Discord. It is buzzing. It is hopping with activity.
Real fun.
The coaches are all in there. You can tag us and ask us questions.
Yep.
People tag me in the Chaos Knight or Imperial Knight Discord. I just go in there and answer questions. So
Yep.
if you have more questions, you didn't have a chance to super chat it here, get in the Discord. Ask. And we'll have a lot more to talk about. So tune in later today. We're going to be back. I believe the next review is Sisters of Battle.
believe so, yeah.
That'll be back very shortly. Basically, as soon as I get a glass of water, stretch my legs a little bit, and we will work our way from there. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.